We're back live here at Madison Square Garden in New York on WDCA TV 20 Sports. The Rangers lone goal the first period. Bernie Nichols is fourth of the playoffs, and they lead 1-0. Welcome back. I'm Jeff Rimmer in our WDCA TV studios. And with us, Scott Kleinendorst, one of the extra defensemen for the Washington Capitals today. And Scott, your impressions of the Rangers here in the first 20 minutes of play in this series?
Well, it was a real good period for both squads, but the Rangers, I think, even though being outshot, you could see their defense were ready to play. The transition game for them was excellent. I thought they'd get in, get the puck, turn around, and almost every time they hit the center through the middle. And I don't know if they'll make adjustments for this period, but they seem to come out of the zone pretty easily that way.
You look at the Washington Capitals stacking up against the New York Rangers, and they're a much different team than the New Jersey Devils, the team we saw in the first series.
Well, I think there's two different styles of hockey, and New Jersey had a lot of bigger guys that bump and grind, and I think out here with the Rangers, they have the balance where most of the bumping and grinding is on defense, and they have pretty finesse players that are playing the forward, and I think we have the capability to shut any of them down. All of our players are, you know, have as much ability as anyone out there, and I just think it's a matter of the most excitement, and the people that are ready to play is going to come out ahead.
Scott, do you think it's to the Capitals' advantage being an underdog? It certainly was in the Devils series, and the Capitals seem to have some quiet confidence here as this series begins.
I think it's always nice to be the underdog. Sometimes you want to be on the top and have people looking at you, but I think it's a way out to be the underdog. We were the underdog in the New Jersey series. We played well every game, and this time I don't think it's any different. The guys are going to come in and play hard, and you know, there's no doubt that the confidence is there to win the series. It's just getting the key save and the key goal from the top guys, and have our checkers check right, and as a unit we'll come out ahead.
All right, let's hope that's the case here in the second period. Scott, thank you for the visit. Stay tuned. WDCA 20's Stanley Cup coverage here from Madison Square Garden continues in just a moment.
Today's a special day for Amy. She's meeting a new friend at school.
Your school is #1.
And she's pretty excited about it.
So we've always supported education.
Amy and her classmates worked very hard for this day.
Okay, you ready?
By collecting blue register tapes, she helped her school earn their first free Apple computer from Giant Food.
Hi, Amy.
Today is special for Amy, because today she made a new friend.
If you can see it in your mind, you can build it out of brick.
Masonry Institute.
Turn the key.
Exxon 93 Supreme.
Feel free.
Precision equipment for precision engines.
Exxon.
And it satisfies the most demanding, sophisticated engines.
Turn the key.
Exxon 93 Supreme, whose purity is so consistent and results so well proven. It's the gasoline designed for drivers who care about their engines.
Exxon.
Exxon 93 Supreme, precision equipment for precision engines. Just turn the key.
In Paris, they lined up in the streets. In Rome, it was standing room only. In L.A. and New York, his concerts sold out in an hour. So if you want to see Paul McCartney and his new band, get in line early and get out your Visa card. Because a concert like this doesn't take place every day, and it doesn't take American Express. Visa, it's everywhere you want to be.
For over 30 years, Northern Virginia has had one solid, sound financial choice, and that's carved in stone. Providence Savings, the solid choice.
Back live here at Madison Square Garden in New York. The Rangers leading the Capitals by a score of 1-0 back here on WDCA TV 20. I'm Jeff Rimmer, and just a programming note for all you baseball fans. One of the games originally lost due to the lockout will be made up Monday night here on WDCA, as at 7:30 we bring you the game from Memorial Stadium featuring the Orioles and the Kansas City Royals. That's Monday night, not on your schedule originally. Orioles baseball right here on WDCA. Stay tuned. More of our first intermission right here on WDCA.
She's all ours. Nice place.
How about some customers?
Ladies' night.
Great place, guys. Who did your decorating?
I don't know what's wrong with these kids today. Kids, who can understand anything they say? Noisy, crazy, sloppy, lazy, loafers. While we're on the subject, why can't
As long as people keep making kids, we'll keep making Dodge Caravans. Why is Caravan so popular? Just ask the families that ride them.
Look at camera. Uh-oh.
See the special option package on Caravan LE at your Washington area Dodge dealers.
The stars are gonna twinkle and shine. How they'll shine this evening about 8:45. My loving arms.
They say time is what you make it. At Citizen, we prefer making it beautiful.
Around you, around 8:45.
Citizen. At K Jewelers, the diamond people.
When you work at it, you get good. When you do it every day, you get better. It's called consistency. Success is often measured by how much you play. If you don't play, you can't win. Don't miss your chance to win $500 playing your favorite 3-digit number or $5 grand playing your favorite 4-digit number. Because you never know when it's your lucky day. DC Lucky Numbers and DC4, both from the DC Lottery.
The New York Rangers lead the Washington Capitals 1-0 after one period of play here at Madison Square Garden tonight. Mike Fornes and Al Koken welcoming you back once again here on WDCA TV 20. Well, a first period goal that really has the Caps wondering how things got the way they did. They trail in the game, but they far outshot the New York Rangers.
They had a terrific road first period. You knew the Rangers would come out flying. This crowd has been pumped up, screaming all game long so far. And I thought the Caps did a terrific job. Killed off that early penalty, put plenty of pressure on, but John Van Beesbroek was the difference. He came up with some sensational stops, and the Rangers did get that goal on a nice tip-in by Bernie Nichols.
Let's watch the play here as you'll see the shot coming in from the point. Bloomberg has the drive, and Nichols converts it.
And look how quickly Nichols recognizing what's going on. See how he's backing in? He's got that right-handed shot. Look how he just reverses things, puts the backhand down. Very, very soft touch. Great hands. He's got a tremendous slap shot, but that's, I think, what Bernie Nichols is all about to me, the danger he presents right around the goal area. And you can see the right-hand shot just very leisurely, puts it over, backhand side, boom. Stick right on the puck for the big goal.
Let's take a look right now at our Volkswagen intermission statistics for the first period, and you can see the score 1-0 with the Rangers in the lead and the Caps out shooting New York 15 shots to 8 during the first 20 minutes of play. Neither team converted on 2 power play chances, and each team had 8 minutes in penalties during the first period. Your Volkswagen intermission stats are brought to you by your Washington area Volkswagen dealers, where you'll find Farfignugan. It's what makes a car a Volkswagen. And now on to the out-of-town scores, brought to you by Giant Food. Only one other game being played in the Stanley Cup playoffs. That's the Adams Division Final. No score in that contest at the Boston Garden, where the Bruins are hosting the Montreal Canadiens. We'll be back with tonight's second period right after we pause for these words.
At Meineke, your bill won't go up just because your car does, thanks to our free undercar inspection.
So bring your car to Meineke. We'll give you a lift without taking you for a ride.
Could the Arsenio Hall Show change your life?
Would you like a security guard? I need a security guard.
Well, maybe not, but it could definitely improve your late-night attitude. It's fun, it's fresh, and it's full of surprises.
He told me that.
Hey, that's Eddie Murphy. Be on the lookout for Sally Jesse Raphael, Jermaine Jackson, and the large one, Chunky A, on the next Arsenio Hall Show.
Tonight at 11 on WDCA TV.
If you just ask for a light beer,
Give me a light.
you never know what you'll get.
Thoughts?
No, actually, Bud Light. So if you want the clean, fresh taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down, ask for Bud Light. Yours? No, because everything else...
Give me a light.
Showtime! ...is just a light.
It was raining. We were all alone, just me and the kids. And I know I should have been scared, but I felt just fine.
The all-new Previa. It's here. It's a Toyota.
It's just great.
And it's like nothing you've ever seen.
It's so comfortable. It's as if they read my mind.
The all-new Previa. It's here. It's a Toyota.
Incredible.
And it's like nothing you've ever seen.
Hello? Hi, it's Cousin Harry from America. I'm on my way and I'll see you tomorrow.
The world has gotten smaller. We want to see it and talk to it. The new AT&T Universal Card helps make it all possible. It's Visa or MasterCard and the power of AT&T. The AT&T Universal Card. One world, one card.
Hi, I'm Peter DeLuise, and I'm here to tell you that falling on your face, vomiting, and dying in a car accident are definitely out. So think. Don't drive and drink.
Tonight's Capitals playoff game is sponsored in part by Providence Savings. Solid service, solid rates, and solid strength make Providence the solid choice in banking. Giant Food. We care about quality and value. We care about you. Trustworthy Hardware. The Problem Solvers. Herb Gordon Auto World. One of the wonders of the world. And by the DC Lottery and Charitable Games Control Board. Winning is a state of mind. This could be your lucky day.
Washington Capitals hockey on WDCA TV 20 is brought to you tonight by Langway's Sports Club, the place to be for all sporting events. Langway's is located in Lanham, Maryland, off exit 20A. It's a 1-0 lead for the New York Rangers over the Washington Capitals on a goal by Bernie Nichols. And the Caps badly outshooting the New York Rangers in that first period. Alan Sure, Terry Murray emphasizing to this team, keep that part of it up. The goals will come.
No doubt about it, particularly when you look at the guys who were getting the shots. Dino Ciccarelli with 3 shots on goal in the first period. Jeff Courtnall with a couple. Kevin Hatcher with 3 also. So these are the guys the Capitals need to continue to generate that offense. And you look at the Ranger end of things, Kelly Kissio with 2 and Jan Eriksson with a couple. Bernie Nichols getting that lone goal with 2 defensemen, Bloomberg and Rochefort, picking up the assist. That's an even strength goal. Nichols 4th of the playoffs so far.
The Capitals won the regular season series between these two clubs at 4-3. 3 of those wins for Washington took place at the Capitol Center, and the Rangers won 1 game here. The Rangers went 2-1 here at the Garden against the Capitals. And a lot also made today, Al, in the New York papers about the fact that the Caps won the last 2 games after the Rangers had already settled the division championship, as though those games meant absolutely nothing at all, while Washington had a few players out of the lineup those nights, too.
Exactly. And you know, one of the other things to remember, all the talk about how hot Dino Ciccarelli has been in the playoffs, everything got started for Dino Ciccarelli in those last couple games with the Rangers, picking up 3 goals in those 2 games, including 2 on the last night of the regular season here at Madison Square Garden. So those games certainly meant a lot to the Capitals. It may not have meant anything in terms of the overall standing of the teams, and maybe the Rangers and Capitals really don't pay much attention to what went on in the regular season, but it certainly got Dino Ciccarelli kick-started, and that is all it took for the Capitals to get themselves into this Patrick Division final.
Okay, we're ready to go with tonight's second period. Kelly Kissio to oppose Michael Pavanka for the faceoff. Kerry Fraser's ready to drop the puck. Again, the Caps get the draw to start the period. Back it comes to Stevens. He leads it over now to Bob Rouse. Up to Pavanka across the line. Jammed up on the play by Moeller. The puck goes in behind the net. Here's Berglund trying, or rather, Drews trying to center. It rolls back to the point. Rouse keeps it in. Now it's taken out to center ice. Pavanka back skates to his own line.
Leads the pass out to center for Druce, and it's dumped on into the Ranger zone. Pivonka tries to get a stick on it, but here comes Kissio. He leads it ahead to the center line, and here's Ogrodnik charging into the Washington zone. John Ogrodnik trying to center and puts it right in front. It's deflected onto the pads of Liut, who kicks it out. Now we have a penalty call coming up. For the late call. At the point, it's kept in by Moeller. This is a penalty against Washington. And as Liut smothers the puck on the shot from the point, there's a penalty call coming here against the Capitals, setting up the first Ranger power play of the second period.
Celebrate and save from economy through luxury during the Herb Gordon Auto World Spring Drive-Away Sale. Drive away great savings on an economical Nissan Sentra. Drive away and save in the roomy Dodge Spirit. Drive away and save in an exciting new Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme. And don't miss the luxury and performance of the Mercedes-Benz 300E.
If you haven't seen Herb Gordon, you haven't seen Herb Gordon's Auto World.
The Spring Drive-Away Sale at Herb Gordon Auto World, one of the wonders of the world.
Well, Alan May is in the penalty box for the Capitals. Just 55 seconds into this second period, a cross-checking penalty against May puts the Rangers on the power play. And of Lawson, there's two dynamic saves by Mike Liut. There's the final one, that glove save through traffic. But before that, Kelly Kissio was set up perfectly by Ogrodnik. And Mike Liut comes out strong with that left pad to make the save there. There you see the penalty with the cross-check from Alan May.
Rangers with a man advantage. The draw goes to the corner, and here's Langway to clear it out of the zone. Kelly Miller chasing it to center ice. Miller gets across the blue line. His shorthanded wrist shot goes wide. And back come the Rangers on the attack. James Patrick out to center and fires it back into the Washington zone. Kevin Hatcher clears to the blue line, but not out. Miller digs for it. It comes to Langway, but Gartner is able to wrest it away from him. Gardner throws it behind the goal. Hatcher keeps it going. At the point, it's kept in. Here's a centering pass off the stick of Kerry Wilson. And Wilson has to chase it back to the corner. Wilson back to the point. Played there to Turcotte. Almost lost his balance. Now over to Nichols. Off Hatcher's stick, it comes to James Patrick. His drive grazes the side of the net. Now Liut trying to clear the puck from the side of the goal, and Hatcher gets the job done. Clearing to the blue line, but not out. It's kept in. Centering pass. Wilson. Blocked by Hatcher. Rebound in front of the net. Langway smothers it. Liut is lying down on top of it. And the face-off will be to the left of the Washington goal.
Well, I thought the Capitals had gotten it out, but apparently Turcotte saved it with his hand to keep it into the blue line and then started the play. I thought that was out, but Ray Scapinello, who's making the call, he's stepped on the line at the other side of the boards, made the call there. And you see again that bouncing puck, unable to be controlled by Mike Gartner as the Rangers. Turcotte quickly turns it back in. Puck bouncing through. Gartner trying to get it on the forehand with one really slight swipe at it on the backhand, which seemed to be the way to play that shot where Gartner was set up. Mike Liut has been tested early. As the Rangers come out buzzing, they've got 4 shots on them to start this second period.
Still 55 seconds to go in the penalty call against Alan May for cross-checking. Second period just 2 minutes old. New York leading 1-0 on a first period goal by Bernie Nichols. Here's Dale Hunter with the puck now for Washington. Leads it ahead on the right wing side. Into the corner goes Pivonka after it. But it's grabbed by Kissio. Kissio trapped behind the net by Pivonka. The puck goes loose to the corner. Now Brian Mullen leads it over to James Patrick. Here comes Patrick ahead to the blue line. Out to center ice. Dumps it back into the Washington zone. Rouse in after it. He and Turcotte collide. The puck chipped by Kissio off the boards. And is kept inside the line by Moeller. Moeller back to the corner. Over to Kissio. Bumped on the play. Here comes a backhand shot. They score! The first attempt was blocked. Liut went down. And the second try goes over his shoulder into the net. And New York scoring on a power play goal makes it 2-0.
Well, not only did Mike Liut go down, Scott
Stevens goes down and is basically not in position to do anything here. Look at where Stevens is. And look at all the ground he's trying to make up. He does a nice job of covering up when Rouse comes out. But Scott has got to play a physical style. And when you can allow a guy like Mullen to stand up and take a couple whacks at it, that's half the battle right there. Scott has got to not only look to try and stop this pass, but he's got to be out there blasting Mullen off his skates. But with Liut down, that opening was there, and Mullen picked the perfect spot. The power play clicked, and it's now a 2-0 Ranger lead.
Brian Mullen's second goal of the playoffs. Time of the goal, 2:44. And Mullen didn't have any goals at all during the regular season series against the Capitals. He logged 7 assists, but never hit the nets. Here's a steal inside the line. Kelly Miller chasing it to the corner, tries to center, and it's grabbed there and played out to center. Johansson trying to chase Eriksson to the corner. Hatcher ties him up. Here's Kevin Hatcher with the puck. Hatcher out of the zone all the way to center ice. Moeller breaks up the play, and it's fired right over the head of Fraser, the referee, off the glass and back into Washington ice. Now Hatcher back to take it. Kevin Hatcher up on right wing, looking for Mike Ridley. Played back into the corner. Here comes Calle Johansson to get it for Washington. Johansson off the boards to the blue line, kept inside the Washington zone, and Johansson again starts out. Hatcher tries to help out by holding up Millette. Here comes Gartner cruising in, a backhander. Liut the save, and the rebound cleared out of there to Pavanka. Michael Pavanka to the blue line for Leach. Batted back to center ice, and the Rangers attack again. Millette into the Washington zone. Langway there to clear it. Gets help from Pavanka. He sends it up the boards. Now Joyce outside the line to center ice. And here is Lindy Ruff back to his own line. Up to Bloomberg. In across the line to Gartner. Gartner from Millette. Takes it behind the goal. Tries to center. Liut makes the save. And all kinds of room in front of that net for Millette. And finally, the Capitals wake up and try to take out that Ranger forward. And that's the cause of this disturbance now. Millette given carte blanche for quite a while in front of that Capitals goal before the defense and others rose to the protection of Mike Liut. Rangers leading 2-0. We'll be back after this.
You could win one of 1,990 prizes in Trustworthy's No Problem Sweepstakes. Register and save during our biggest Spring Problem Solver sale ever. More and more do-it-yourselfers are turning to Skill's 3/8-inch drive cordless power wrench. Skill's 7¼ circular saw is well balanced and designed to make the job easier. For heavy drilling and power driving, Skill's variable speed drill packs a 3-amp punch.
We're the problem solvers.
It was Neil Shee who I think put the final hit, or really the only hit on Troy Millette. You make a good point, Mike, and with Millette given that much room to operate, one of the things the Capitals did was force Gartner wide, but the other thing you've got to worry about then are the rest of the players that trail the play. Everybody paying attention to Gartner. Look how both Langway, Pavanka, and Shee are all facing behind the net, right there at the goal line. That means Troy Millette just sneaks into that open spot, and after a collision with Millette and Leach, there Shee blasts him from behind, which starts the disturbance. But the Capitals did the right thing of forcing Gartner wide and not allowing him to shoot off that wing, but then you better cover up for the room he does create.
Did you notice the way the puck wouldn't sit down for Gartner on that break, on this replay?
It's not sitting down for almost everybody. I mean, this ice is notoriously chippy and usually in very poor shape. And with a circus here this afternoon and all the activity with the circus and the playoffs that has been going on, the Knicks continue to play as well. This ice cannot be in great shape.
I wonder how much that's affected Gartner since he's come aboard. A good sheet of ice is crucial to his game.
And he had that in Minnesota.
Here comes Ogrodnik down the right wing. Kissio's alone, and he fires wide. Kelly Kissio had Liut down and fired the Capitals. Tucker out to center and clears it all the way down. This will be icing as Moeller goes back to pick it up. Now they wave it off. Here's Mullen leading it out to center ice. It gets away from Johansson. And back comes King to throw it into the Washington zone. 14:15 to play, second period. Rangers leading 2-0. Dino Ciccarelli on the right wing. The puck taken away from him. Now Ridley right in front. A shot just wide. Ridley chases the rebound. Back to Ciccarelli. And cleared off his stick. Here come the Rangers on the attack. James Patrick to center. Right side Wilson. Back to Patrick. And cleared to the corner. Johansson dumps it out to center ice. Onto the stick of Mike Ridley. Here's Ridley. Hitting Hatcher with a pass. He fires, but it's blocked. Played by Van Beesbrook into the corner. Kelly Miller back to take it to Ciccarelli. Can't get it centered. And Ciccarelli pulled to the ice. Nothing called. Puck cleared out to center. Langway dumps it back to the New York blue line. Capitals change up on the fly. Here's a lead pass, right side. Offside is the call. And the faceoff comes back out to neutral territory with 13:19 to go in period 2.
Well, tickets for playoff games D and E, which will be games 3 and 4 versus the New York Rangers, they take place on Monday and Wednesday night. They're on sale right now at the Capitol Center. You can pick them up at all Heck Ticket Center outlets or call phone charge 432-0200. And tonight, operators on duty until 11 p.m. It'll be games D and E taking place Monday and Wednesday night, 7:35 at the Cap Center. And operator charge operators at 432-0200. We'll be there until 11 tonight. This Ranger team dominating right now. Coming out, the Capitals have yet to get a shot on goal, while the New York Rangers have pumped 9 shots at Mike Liut, beaten him once. They've got their checking game going, creating plenty of turnovers.
Here's Langway to the right point. Now Sheehy a blast, and he sent that wide of the goal. Back to Langway, a drive. That's sticked wide. Lindy Rupp over to pick it up in the corner. Taken away by Steve Leach of Washington. He sends it rink wide. And the Rangers, Gartner leads it ahead to Nichols. Nichols across the blue line. Off the skate of Langway to the corner. Here's Rod Langway. Starts out to center ice off the skate of Leach. It's picked up and delivered back into the Washington zone. Now Gartner dumped to the ice. The Ranger fans wanted a penalty there, but none is called. Langway leads a pass to Joyce at center. Off his stick, it's taken over by New York's Ron Greshner. Poked by Joyce back inside the Ranger zone. Greshner again recovers. Leads it ahead to Nichols. Nichols across the Washington blue line. He and Stevens collide. Millette throws it wide of the Capitals goal. Here's Druce into the corner. John Druce works to center. In across the blue line. Druce on the right wing, tries to center it. And a collision in front of the net. The puck is lying loose in the goal mouth and is cleared all the way down, but Van Beesbrook is going to take a penalty now for going after Tim Berglund, who was held up in the Ranger goal. And the Rangers trying to get out of the power play now by starting something else. Kissio begins to push and shove in there. Berglund was unwilling to become involved with Van Beesbrook, knowing that the Ranger goalkeeper had already taken a minor penalty on the play.
Now quite a discussion between Gardner and Alan May as well. We'll have this all sorted out for you, hopefully, when we come back. The Rangers on top 2-0.
Advantage Jeep vehicles. Others copy, none compare. Advantage Eagle. New looks in performing art. Advantage Savings. Guaranteed cash back on Jeep Cherokees. New Eagle Premieres. Hot new Eagle Challenges. And Jeep Wranglers. During the Guaranteed Advantage Sell-a-thon, the only advantage you don't have is time.
See your National Capital Area Jeep and Eagle dealer, where you can expect the best.
Slashing and a 2-minute roughing penalty to John Van Beesbrook. Tim Berglund is in the box for interference, so the Caps will have a power play. Here's the John Druce opportunity, and Berglund going to the front of the net. He makes contact with Van Beesbrook, then comes through that crease again, and Van Beesbrook whacks him. That's the interference call that Berglund's going to get. But there's Van Beesbroek with the whack to the ankles and then the shot to the head. So that is the roughing and slashing penalties right there, and you can see the interference call. So the Capitals will have a power play, and this is a big one for them, Mike. They have got to get the next goal of this hockey game. The way the Rangers are playing overall, and when you just take apart that Ranger team and think about how well they play defensively and with the lead, the specialty of Roger Nielsen is his defensive style of play. If they jump up 3-0, with as hot as Van Beesbroek looks and as tough as this defense is, that could be an insurmountable lead for the Capitals to overcome. That's why they have got to get the next goal on the board.
Troy Millette will serve the additional penalty that was taken by Van Beesbroek. The Rangers are now in the lead in the shot department, 17 shots to 15. We have 12 minutes and 1 second to play here in the second period. Mullen from Kissio and Ogrodnik. That's been the scoring here in period 2. As the Rangers have pulled ahead on a power play goal to take a 2-0 lead. Roger Nielsen was at the Capitals game against New Jersey at the Capitol Center for Game 6. Plenty of time to do all the scouting and video work that he wanted. I'm sure it was quite substantial.
I think the player he came away most impressed with, besides Dino Ciccarelli, was Kevin Hatcher. And Hatcher certainly did have an outstanding series.
Here's a shot and a goal. Short-handed. The Rangers move ahead 3-0 over the Capitals.
Jan Eriksson came into this series as the man marked to go against Dino Ciccarelli. Thinking of him as a defensive player, but this may be the biggest play of this hockey game. Sweeps that puck away from Ciccarelli and beats a startled Mike Liut, who was not ready for that shot. High over the glove hand side. Using Hatcher as a screen. Tough shot to stop, but a big, big goal. And that, with 11:57 left to go, is going to require an unbelievable Capital comeback. This Ranger team going like this, I don't know how the Caps can come back from 3-0.
It's the first goal that Eriksson has scored in the playoffs. Time of the goal, 8:03. Inside New York ice now, the puck played to the point. Washington still has a power play, and here's Stevens firing wide. Now Hatcher chases it behind the net. Over to the sideboards, a quick shot by Courtnall, knocked down. Van Beesbroek makes the save and loses his stick. As the Caps had pressure on, but Kerry Fraser says the puck did not cross the goal line, and the face-off will be in the circle to the left of the Ranger goal.
Well, the Capitals getting that pressure. Courtnall driving that shot. It is stopped in that collision there between Patrick and Van Beesbroek. Then John Van Beesbroek taking no chances. Flops down, covers the puck up with his body. Now Patrick is working in front as Courtnall moves in. Van Beesbroek just stopping that shot with that right skate and deadening it enough to allow it to sit there where he can cover up.
Mark Janssens picks up an assist on the Eriksson goal. Short-handed, but right now has given the Rangers a 3-0 lead. We still have 1:34 left to go in the Washington power play. James Patrick rushes to center ice. Gets across the line, throws it behind the Capitals net. Here's Scott Stevens to take it. Stevens leads it out to Courtnall. Jeff Courtnall across the blue line. Throws it behind the goal. Hunter trying to center it. He's held up by Rochefort on the play, and now it's picked up by Courtnall. Courtnall hooked by Mullen. Jeff Courtnall walks in, fires. Van Beesbroek, another pad save. Hunter tripped up. The puck cleared to the point, kept in by Stevens. Over to Hunter. Hunter checked. Now a centering pass to Courtnall. Turns and fires. Van Beesbroek again with a key stop in the Ranger goal. Kissio sends it all the way down. Here's a slap shot. Liut stopped that from a bad angle. And back comes Kevin Hatcher for Washington. At the Ranger line, the play broken up, but but here's Hunter keeping the pressure on. Van Beesbrook, another pad save. And the puck cleared all the way down the ice. 20 seconds to go in the Capitals power play. Here's Mark Janssens behind the Washington goal, taken away by Ridley. Ridley comes out to Pavanka. Michael Pavanka to the blue line. Hit there on a check by Moeller. Puck cleared to the corner for Ciccarelli. Ciccarelli given a shove by Greshner, and Erickson clears it all the way out to center ice. Blomberg coming out from serving the penalty. Just missed taking the pass. Caps clear it all the way down. Lindy Ruff back to get it. No icing. Here comes Ruff to James Patrick. Patrick fires it in from center ice. It bounces to the side of the net. Liut is there and hangs on. 9:37 to go in the second period. This Garden crowd is going wild.
What's more powerful than the Honda Civic? With more legroom than the Toyota Tercel, with more passenger space than the Nissan Sentra Coupe, and more trunk space than the Hyundai Excel two-door. The Volkswagen Fox. And at just $72.25, the Fox comes with one thing none of the other cars could possibly have: the satisfying driving experience known as Fahrvergnügen. It's what makes a car a Volkswagen.
Right now, financing with no down payment on 1990 Volkswagen. See dealer for details.
9:37 left to go in this second period. The Rangers on top 3-0. Their power play put for a goal from Mullen. Then they get a shorthanded goal from Erickson. That's the third shorthanded goal the Rangers have scored in the playoffs. Certainly the league leader in that category for the playoff teams. They had 7 during the regular season. Caps come back with 4 shots on that power play, but John Van Beesbrook continues to be spectacular in the Ranger net.
Out at center ice, Kerry Wilson knocked over on the play by Tim Berglund. Berglund comes back and fires at the blue line. His play blocked by Lindy Ruff. Here's Ruff ahead to Kerry Wilson. Hooked by Druce. The puck comes back to Ogrodnik, throwing to the Washington line. And now Sheehy starts it ahead to Alan May. Here's May, up ahead on right wing. Into the corner goes John Druce, but he's held up by Ruff. The Rangers come out again. 9 minutes to go in period 2. Penalty box is empty. Scott Stevens over to Sheehy. Up to center ice and thrown by Druce back inside the Ranger zone. Caps change up the lines. Kerry Wilson to center, taken away by Courtnall. And now pushed back out to neutral ice, and Wilson is back to get it, throwing it on into the Washington zone. Courtnall back after it. Courtnall left side for Hunter. Dale Hunter to center. Gets across the blue line, checked on the play by Moeller. And the puck cleared out of the zone off Gartner's stick. Taken there by Stevens. He gives to Hunter. Again, the Rangers' Gartner comes back and throws it all the way back into the Washington end. Here's Bob Rouse. Touching the puck. We get a whistle as play is stopped. And they're going to call the play offside. There are going to be penalties as well.
Shot and a goal! Kelly Miller!
There is no substitute for extra effort. For the Caps, extra effort means solid results. And solid results are yours at Northern Virginia's Solid Savings Bank, Providence Savings. Providence offers free checking, ATMs that pay you, 6 different CDs, 5 money market plans, and over 40 home and construction loans. That's extra effort in banking. Providence Savings has 10 offices. Stop in today and let their extra effort give you a solid financial future. Providence Savings, your solid choice.
Right now, it's been a nightmare on 34th Street for this man. Down 3-0. Jeff Courtnall now in the penalty box for slashing. Gary Murray has to see that New York Ranger power play one more time. Imagine there's going to be some wholesale juggling going on in that third period. Shaking up the lines and shaking some things up to see if he can get his club going. They need a goal. just before this period is out to get themselves some life and maybe quiet this crowd down a bit. The Capitals haven't quieted this crowd down, done anything to really take them out of the game, and that is always important in this building. Get the crowd not only quiet, but if you can, turn them against the Rangers. But so far, nothing to boo for these fans on the power play. It's looked very strong. They've come out, they've hit, they've had good opportunities, and they're getting a great performance by their goaltender, John Vanbiesbrouck.
This game is sold out, 16,651, and they have roared from the national anthem on.
Did they actually have a national anthem here? It certainly couldn't be heard. There was a guy out there on the ice with a microphone, but what he was singing, who could have told you?
Puck cleared back inside the Washington zone, and Kelly Miller gets it to the point, but not out. Rangers set up on the power play. Courtnall gone for another minute and 10 seconds. Here's Hatcher clearing it off the glass. Kept in. Ridley tries to dig it free and sends it out to center ice. Moeller tosses it rink wide. Gartner's back to pick it up. Mike Gartner turning in neutral ice. And taken away by Langway. He clears it all the way down. Both teams change up the lines. Here comes Nichols across the blue line to Mullen. Fans on his shot. Now fires. And Liut with a pad save. Here's a slap shot deflected just wide. Back into the corner. Nichols tries to keep it in. The puck cleared past Moeller and goes all the way down. 6.5 minutes to go in the second period. 20 seconds until Courtnall comes back on the ice. Rangers 3, Capitals nothing. John Druce waits on the puck. It doesn't come to him. Off the boards now. It's taken by Bob Rouse and played off the left wing side all the way back to Ranger territory. Caps change up again. So do the Rangers. Moeller to the Washington blue line, and Mullen turns and fires it into the crowd.
Be sure to stay tuned to WDCA for delayed coverage of the Bullets and the Chicago Bulls game. That'll immediately follow the Arsenio Hall show, which is after Capitals hockey. All that right here on WDCA TV 20. Certainly have to say one of the great stories on this Ranger team is Brian Mullen. Considering he was a former stick boy here, his father worked at the Zamboni. Good save by Mike Liut as he never opened up when Mullen fanned on that first attempt. Grew up just a few blocks from here in Hell's Kitchen, and just to have a New York-born player and a guy with such Ranger history and Ranger background playing, and he's become a valuable part of the Ranger top line with Kissio and Obradnik. Mullen making up a terrific triumvirate for the New York Rangers.
That'd be something if they ever got Joe Mullen to play here with his brother. Cleared back to the blue line of Washington and taken now by Rouse. Led back into the Ranger zone. Lindy Ruff tosses it rink wide. Pushed all the way back into the Capital zone and taken there now by Scott Stevens. Here's a lead pass left side. Alan May pushes it into the corner. Steve Leach back to try and get it. Now Pavanka can't hold on. It's Leach with the puck all the way to the corner for Pavanka. Rangers cleared out to center ice. A race for the puck now between Millette and Langway. Millette throws a check on Langway, but Langway comes away with the puck. Now gets hauled to the ice at the side of the goal. Rangers still controlling the puck. Cleared back into the Washington zone. And Sheehy is back to take it now for the Capitals. Played up the right wing boards. Poked back inside the Caps end again, and Sheehy lugs it over to Langway. Back to the Ranger line. Hunter tries to work it free. Now gives it off to Berglund, and his shot caught by Vanbiesbrouck. Played out to center ice. Hatcher returns it to the Ranger zone. James Patrick to pick it up behind the net. Patrick skates it out to center and goes left side for Chris King. King's pass attempt is taken over by Washington's John Druce. In across the line with Berglund. Bruce hangs on the backboards with Greshner, and finally the puck cleared left side. Out to center ice to Mullen. Mullen across the blue line. Stopped there by Johansson. Johansson right wing now for Berglund across the line to Johansson. Back to Miller. A high shot struck Greshner right in the face. Play continues, and now it's cleared out of the zone. And the whistle blows, and Ron Greshner, who wears a face shield, appeared to be struck on the side of the face by that puck. Trainer Dave Smith comes out to have a look at him, and we'll step out for these words.
Gentlemen, welcome. This way. Beautiful thing.
Cool. Ed, look at this. What is it? It says to get Genie Rub Light. Rub Light? Rub Light.
It says to get Genie Bud Light.
The clean, fresh taste of Bud Light won't fill you up and never lets you down.
Okay, Ed, now you get a wish.
Bud Light, because everything else is just a light.
The attention right now is being paid to Ron Greshner's lip. I'm not so sure the front teeth he has remaining, if a few of them not, it's a bit lost. Saw Kerry Fraser pointing down to the ice as if he was pointing out teeth or something. But I wonder how much that face shield really helped. You know, Ron Greshner checking to see the teeth that remain, and it doesn't look like there was much in there. You see how this drop pass and the little flip and change of direction. That face shield may have helped him a little bit, may have deflected the puck down into the mouth and prevented anything from coming up into the nose or the eyes. But Ron Greshner, one of the guys remaining from the '86 team, but he never got any action, if you remember, against the Capitals. He was injured and didn't play when the Rangers beat the Caps in '86. James Patrick and Jan Eriksson, the only other guys that are left on this Ranger team that did play.
Van Beesbrook smothers at the side of the net, and Cicerelli gets dumped off his skates.
And you can tell Dino Cicerelli right now, he is getting very, very frustrated. He was hauled down to the ice for about the 5th time in this game. No call coming from Kerry Fraser, and he was furious. And while getting up on his back, watch the whack he'll give towards the stick of Randy Moeller. Of course, this is one of the other strategies. There he's taken down. Now watch the whack. This is exactly what the Rangers would like to see as well. Blanket him, it's one thing, but they think they can take Dino off his game by frustrating him and irritating him.
Cicerelli with 3 shots on goal in that first period, but the Rangers have kept him and the rest of the Capitals off the scoreboard so far in this game. The puck cleared all the way down the ice, and here is Hatcher to go back and get it. And we have an icing call now against New York, bringing the face-off back to the Ranger zone. Kevin Hatcher had 5 assists in the 7 games between these two clubs during the regular season. He has 5 assists during the Devils in this playoff series that also spanned 6 games. His puck-carrying exploits have not been successful so far in this contest.
No, the Rangers have done a good job of getting on him early, forcing him to give up the puck. If he does get a little head of steam, they're taking him out of the middle, forcing him towards the boards.
James Patrick to center. Fires, and it's caught by Liut. Dropped off now for Hatcher. Kevin Hatcher flips out to center ice. Again, the Rangers take over. James Patrick clearing back inside the Washington zone. Johansson to the corner. Bumped in the play, and Hatcher skates free after it. Plays it out off the right wing boards to center ice. Just under 3 minutes to go in the second period. Rangers leading 3-0. Johansson ahead for Alan May. May to center ice. Now for Cicerelli. Cicerelli cuts in on the right wing. Can't get it centered. Hatcher takes it to the side of the net. Van Beesbrook clears it all the way down. This is an icing call here against the Rangers. And the faceoff will come back to the New York zone.
Well, Troy Millette had a hold of the stick of Scott Stevens. Stevens trying to run him off. Don Beaupre, no surprise to a lot of people, myself included, that he is in this position tonight and not between the pipes. And that last shift also, when we were talking about Kevin Hatcher and what the Rangers are doing, you saw 3 times the Rangers dumping the puck in, forcing Hatcher to turn and go chase, and he had contact on all 3 times back behind his own net. He was hit by Eriksson and Janssen once, then Eriksson again. Kevin Hatcher continues to get bumped heavily, and I think that's one of the big differences right now in this series that the Caps are going to have against the Rangers than the one they had against the New Jersey Devils. The Rangers will not hesitate to dump and chase, and they are very physical in that. The Caps defensemen are going to be hit a lot more, I think, than they were by the New Jersey forwards in this series.
At the blue line of New York, the puck cleared by Druce over to Hunter, but it gets away from him and is taken out of the zone now by Nichols back to center ice. Off the stick of Hunter. Taken by Gartner back to the line, and Scott Stevens goes on in to get it. 2 minutes to go in the second period. Lead pass to center. Caps need to get on the board. Here's Druce skating to the corner. Dreschner is back out there, taking his shift on the ice despite... and chases it behind the net. Ties up. Now Nichols comes in and takes a run at John Druce. The puck cleared to center. Scott Stevens leads it ahead for Courtnall. Courtnall in with Hunter, and Courtnall fires way up high off the glass. Back to the right point. It gets out of the zone and is chased by Hatcher to center. Now the Rangers steal. Here's a lead pass. 2-on-1. Save made by Liut on a shot from the left wing side. Back comes Pavanka for Washington. Michael Pavanka in across the line, looking for Bob Joyce. Has it taken away by James Patrick. And Patrick clears it back into the Capital zone. Now Langway off the boards for Joyce. Right wing side for Leach. He's hit at center by Rochefort. We're in the final minute of play in the period. Cleared back to the Washington zone, and Rouse is over there to get it. Gives it to Langway. Mullen keeps it in the Capital zone. Here's Rouse back to take it. Left wing pass picked off by Kissio. He fires. Liut makes a stick save. Rebound to the corner and chased there by Eriksson. Now here's Leach coming up with it again. Leach ahead to Joyce. Bob Joyce fires back inside the Rangers zone. Van Beesbrook moves it ahead. All the way back into the corner. It's played in behind the goal by Stevens for an icing call. And now Scott Stevens comes in and takes a run at Paul Broughton. After Broughton had hit him, Stevens felt on an icing play that was that routine, there was no need for any contact of the sort Broughton gave him. And Scott goes right back to let him know. Mark Jansen skating by Stevens had something to say. We have no penalty calls coming out of this. It'll just be an icing call, which will bring the face-off to the Rangers zone with 13 seconds left in the period.
So Kerry Fraser trying to talk to Scott Stevens and calm him down a little bit. But the Caps with an opportunity now to work something off this face-off. Plenty of time with the 13 seconds remaining. Paul Broughton, part of the Broughton family that includes Neil and Aaron, both of them now playing for the Minnesota North Stars. And another one of the younger players has gotten a lot of ice time this year. That's one of the things that Roger Nielsen deserves a lot of credit for. He put a lot of young players in this New York Ranger lineup early in the season. Gave them plenty of ice time, and I think he's seen the dividends being paid off right now. Guys like Troy Millette, Darren Turcotte do not feel like rookies right now because they have the full 80-game schedule and plenty of battles to earn their medals in the Factor Division, and now they are playing very well in the postseason.
Time for a quick play here for the Capitals if they can get the draw. Cicerelli chases it back to the point. Stevens keeps it in. Stevens pressing on, fires, but it's up high and wide. Now back to the point as time runs out. The Rangers take possession, and there's the end of play in the second period. Shots on goal during period number 2. For Washington, 8. A two-period total of 23. And for the Rangers, 13, also a two-period total of 23. And 2 Ranger goals, Mullen on the power play, Erickson shorthanded. And New York has a 3-0 lead over the Capitals after 2 periods of play here in Game 1 of the Patrick Division Finals. More hockey coverage coming up after this here on WDCA TV 20.